And you probably heard of the analogy of crabs in a bucket, and inside of this bucket, some crabs are going to try pull you down, and some people or whatever are going to try pull you out of the bucket, and you really want to spend the majority of your time with the people that actually pull you out of the bucket rather than the people that sort of pull you back down to the bottom of the bucket, even though you're trying to get your way out. And I found this sort of analogy very interesting, and I wanted to try a little bit of an experiment. My school year finished on May. I can't remember the date, but after May I had my GCSE exams, and that sort of finished until halfway through June, and then I had like a 2.5 month long summer, and after that I'd go to college, and maybe I would see some people again, maybe I wouldn't, because we all go to different colleges, and this is the kind of point in the UK school system where people sort of start to separate a lot. But I thought I'd do a bit of an experiment where I would not initiate any conversations with people, I wouldn't initiate any meetups whatsoever with any of my friends, just to sort of see what exactly would happen. And while being like the initiator is said to be like a really cool thing to get yourself up the sort of social hierarchy, I wanted to do the exact opposite, just because I wanted to sort of see who my true friends really were. And if they reached out to me, wanted to meet, I'd say yes. If I'm free, if I'm not in the gym or recording YouTube videos, I'd say yes, yeah, sure, I'll go to the park, or I'll go to the woods or whatever, wherever the just place they decide to actually meet me. Sure, I'll spend some time with them. And the results of this experiment were very, very interesting. 2 people reached out to me over the course of the summer holidays, and I maybe saw around 4 people who, out of the sort of 180 or so people that were in my school year, I probably saw around 4 of them over the course of the summer holiday. That is insane. I just whittled down like a 180 school year, all of whom were like acquaintances and such, to 2 people who I knew were my true friends and people that actually cared a lot about me and would be the people that are willing to pull me out of the bucket rather than the rest of the 180 that probably don't really care about me all that much. And fair enough, because I guess I didn't initiate and I clearly didn't care about them. And yeah, while I may miss some of these 180 people that didn't reach out to me, the chances are I'm not really going to miss most of them, as they may have not had a good effect on my life anyway. But really, 2 people reached out to me, and yeah, I only saw 4 people because these 2 people that reached out to me ended up bringing along like their other friends that they decided to meet up with as well. And yeah, so I ended up seeing 4 people, but 2 people reached out to me. That is insane. And it's quite funny because these 2 people are probably watching this video as we speak right now. And I had like a 10-person friend group in school. I mean, there were a lot of acquaintances and such. Like I probably had around 50, maybe more people that I sort of got on well with. But around my sort of friend group, that contained around 10 people. And I thought that I wouldn't even initiate sort of meetups and stuff with the whole friend group. I just let people initiate things with me. And yeah, 2 people ended up reaching out just to sort of have a chat, have a catch up or whatever. Maybe go to the gym that I have in my garage. And yeah, 2 people, it's just, yeah, that's just quite an insane thing. And yeah, the results of this experiment kind of shocked me. I guess it's probably because I don't really have all that much social media, and even if I do, I don't really have that many people added, so therefore I guess they don't really have many ways to sort of reach out to me. But it's just quite an interesting thing that I thought I'd sort of relay onto you. I mean, I'm going to quite a different college to what everyone else is sort of going to, and maybe by the time they sort of get back into the school year, they realise that I'm not there like my previous like 8 other friends that were in the friend group. I mean, maybe when the school year starts again, they're so used to sort of seeing people like me every single day, maybe then they'll sort of message me to ask how I'm doing or whatever. But the chances are that the majority of the people that were in my school year didn't really care about me all that much. And that may seem quite negative for me, but the fact is I don't really care about them either. And that may seem like a bad attitude, but the fact is these people probably wouldn't be the kind of people to sort of lift me out of the bucket, and the majority would probably be the people that would kind of drag me down back to the bottom of the bucket, which is where I don't want to be. So yeah, that's just an interesting observation that I sort of found, and I really think that you should choose your friends incredibly carefully, because you need to sort of, you don't need to have all these sort of friends. You don't need to have like a big 20 friend group. You need to have 2 to 4, 5, 6 at most good, true friends where you all actually care and give a crap about each other and how well you do in life, that is all you need. And for me, two is enough. I'm quite a minimalist. I don't need all these people around me that are sort of giving me all this social validation. I need two people that I actually care about and who actually care about me. That, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm a minimalist, and yeah, 2 people is enough for me. I'm sorry that this video is kind of a bit waffly, but I just found this sort of little experiment quite interesting to sort of see how many people actually sort of care and are really my true friends in life. So yeah, I recommend that you can do this sort of same sort of not initiating experiment in your daily life, in your sort of summer holidays or whatever, just to see how it works and how you sort of get along and how the sort of your friends start to whittle down from all the acquaintances that you knew in your school year or your workplace or whatever to maybe having a few 6, maybe at most, sort of good, true friends that actually care about your growth as a person, which will be massively beneficial to you. When you have 6 or so, maybe slightly less, who actually care about your growth, they will help you and do a lot for you to actually make sure that you sort of do well in life, and your growth will accelerate so much because you will all help each other, you'll all build on each other's experiences, and this means that you don't end up making as many mistakes as you probably would if you were trying to do it on your own, and so you will just grow exponentially quicker than everyone else who is surrounded by far too many people. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this little experiment video, and I also recommend subscribing because I love this community of young, chubby people who are willing to improve themselves so much more than they already have. And quickly, before I end this video, please join the Science Discord community that I made. It's in the link in the description, and good luck.